Welcome to the biggest mistakes wives make that drive their spouse away. And this happens sometimes unintentionally and definitely intentionally. And so, whether it's intentional or unintentionally, wives don't need to make these three mistakes that we are going to talk about today. So, stick around, stay tuned, and find out if you are making any of these mistakes. Let us know in the comments um, the mistakes that, hey, wives do make, and if you are making any of these mistakes.
Welcome to Unique Couples Sunday Night Live with Vito and Linda Patrick. Have a comment, question, or want to connect with us further? Stick around to learn how. If you haven't subscribed to the Unique Couples YouTube channel, you want to go ahead and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and select all so you can know every time we go live here at Unique Couples. This is biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husbands away.
Welcome back to the biggest mistakes wives make that drive their spouses away. Drive their husbands away. And we definitely want to make sure that we are not doing that as wives, okay?
We are Vito and Linda Patrick, marriage coaches and mentors who are celebrating 20 plus years of marriage. And we want you to make sure if you have any questions or comments, put it in the chat. Make sure you type in hashtag live squad. Let us know where you're watching from. For those of you that'll be watching the replay, go ahead and type in hashtag replay.
Yeah, so we want to see 242 in the house. See you all over the United States joining us. We know Nigeria is here as well. Jamaica, Turks. Thank you. Guyana. Awesome. Put where you are watching from in the comments. Go ahead. So we're ready. Biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husbands away. Number one. Are you ready for it? Number one. And it is always saying no and turning down the advances of her husband. And that is a big, major setback problem that can potentially really destroy a marriage.
Yes, when it comes to the bedroom, wives should not be constantly refusing their husband's request to be intimate. Soon, the one headache becomes multiple headaches. And then there are the body aches until eventually she starts saying no because she is in the habit of doing so. So, wives, stop saying no. You want to stop saying no, wives. Ask yourself, is it really justified, or am I creating a bedroom culture that will harm my marriage?
Yeah. So yeah, like you mentioned about the habit. You get so used to saying no. Oh no, not today, not today. And then tomorrow it's like, oh, not tomorrow. Oh, not today. And then it's just always something always coming up where, your spouse wants to connect, he wants to be intimate, and you're just finding a reason to avoid it. Now, the reasons that you're avoiding it could be a whole different story. Let's talk. We can get together and we can talk about that. But just for saying no, with you really have to explore the ideas of why you're saying no, but really ask yourself if the saying no is justified or something is behind that. And if something is behind that, you need to get to the bottom of that with your spouse. Join us in the club or go ahead and connect with us one-on-one, do our challenge, and we'll help you overcome those objections. Okay, so number 2, we're talking about the biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husbands away. Okay, so number 2 is putting everyone else's needs before her husband. This is what she does. Putting everyone's needs before her husband's. Yes, that also includes the children. So everyone else, anyone who is not your spouse and you're putting their needs before your husband, that is a big no.
Yes, the marriage began with just the two of us repeating our vows at the altar to God. So the only person that should come before your spouse is God, and He is in heaven. So don't put anyone or their needs before your spouse's. Your husband's needs should be your top priority.
Yep, definitely. So when the correct order is placed in your relationship, then everything else will fall in line accordingly. So whether it is family, friends, children, church, whatever it is, once you get this correct, everything else will fall in line. God, your spouse, and then whomever next, but no one before your spouse. Okay. And so if you don't have that relationship and you feel as if you're going to do everything for your mother, your father, your children, because they love you and they care for you and your spouse doesn't, then you have to work on that aspect, that the issues that you and your spouse have. But it has to be where you are putting your spouse and his needs first.
Yes.
Okay. First. That's after God. That should be first priority.
Yes. For those of you that are just joining us today, we are talking about biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husband away.
Yes.
Biggest mistakes that wives make that drive their husband away.
So we're on 2 already. So we're talking about the 3 mistakes. So definitely stick around. And if you're making any of those mistakes, we want to say, stop.
Yes.
Stop. Yes. And if there are some mistakes we haven't said, go ahead and put them in the comments.
Yes. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to the Unique Couples YouTube channel, you want to go ahead and subscribe today to the Unique Couples YouTube channel. Turn on that notification bell and select all so you can know every time we go live here at Unique Couples. So go ahead and subscribe.
Yes, yes. And do you need to really connect and communicate, collaborate to increase intimacy and excitement in your relationship? Then you need to join us for the 21-day Couples Connection Challenge. Go ahead and join us for that, where you get to, over the course of, if you want to do it 21 days or you want to count your love days, you can go and do those activities that will promote intimacy, insight, and intentionality in your relationship. So if you want to join us with that on that challenge, go ahead, click the link in the description and comments and join us for the challenge. Your marriage, your spouse will thank you for it.
Now, if you've been following us for any length of time, you know that we don't believe in one moment splashes of love or work in marriage. We teach daily drips of love and work to help relationships, one drip at a time, one drip at a time. So your habits are what will make or break your marriage.
Yes.
So daily drips of love.
Yep. Make it count. Make it count. So we're ready for number 3. Biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husbands away. Number three, drum roll. This is a big one. Disrespecting her husband, whether it is privately or publicly. That is a
big one.
No.
Yes. Disrespect in any form is disastrous. It is disastrous for a relationship. If this has been the habit for you, then start today and change that.
Yep.
So you don't want to be disrespecting your husband in public or in private.
Definitely not. I remember making the mistake of telling someone about an incident that occurred in our relationship. And frankly, I was very rude about it and I spoke about Vito negatively. And it was the first and last time I made that mistake because when the message reached back to him and hearing it from his point of view made me realize how damaging it could have been to our relationship. And that possibly could have been the end of it. So we've all been there, frustrated, hurt, and possibly angry, so angry with our spouse and wanting to lash out. There is a place, time, and manner to do so. And I say, do it all respectively and without burning bridges. That will be hard to repair. You are not alone. I have made mistakes. We all have made mistakes, but we must learn, grow, and move on from them because our marriage, your marriage, is worth it.
Yes, your marriage will benefit from a fresh start. If you have made mistakes, start today with a new attitude, outlook, and respect. Ladies, don't make disrespecting your husband the order of the day, but do your best to honor your husbands. Wives, don't drive your husband away. Instead, draw him closer to you.
Yes. So those are the three biggest mistakes that wives make that drive their husbands away. And we want to say, don't make those mistakes. But if you have made any of those mistakes, these three mistakes that we mentioned, or any other, know that, hey, you can start. Start today doing it right and making your relationship a priority. Learn how to do it. Do marriage, do life together properly. So go ahead, join us for our love challenge, love connection challenge, designed to get you and your partner closer over the course of 21 days. Remember, click the link in the description and comments and join us for that challenge where you and your spouse can start afresh, brand new, and of course, these activities that will help draw you closer because having these new things and these excitement is a way to constantly keep your relationship hot and spicy. So go ahead and join us for that.
Yes. We had fun here today sharing with you on biggest mistakes wives make that drive their husband away. Here at Unique Couples, we are building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families. We love you guys. Have a great day and have an awesome week. Bye.
Bye.